Ma'am, on impeachment naman po, may statement po kasi yung spokes ng impeachment court na hindi raw sa kanila ang foot dragging kasi ang dami raw nilang nagawa in 1 week. Yung prosecs daw ang mabagal gumalaw. Tapos disrespectful din daw ang litigants kapag kine-question nila yung korte. Kung gusto raw ng House na mapabilis yung proseso, i-file na raw yung dapat i-file.
Well, action speaks louder than words, no? Siguro nakita naman natin yung mga nangyari sa mga huling araw tungkol sa pag ko-convene ng impeachment court. But yung katulad nga ng sinabi ni Presidente, we want the impeachment process to just continue. It is up now, it is up to the prosecution panel um to to file the necessary motions that they need to file. But ito lang din po, no, kaklaruhin ko lang din. Yung mga requirements na hinihingi pa sa prosecution panel, hindi yan kasama sa Constitution eh. Ang requirement lang ng Constitution, a verified complaint that is sufficient in form and substance. That was voted upon by the members of the House of Representatives. That was transmitted to the Senate. A certification, similar to a certification of non-forum shopping, we do not find that in the Constitution. We need to abide by what is provided by the Constitution. Whether galing sa House or galing sa Senate. So, ang gusto natin maging maayos at tama yung proseso. And naniniwala naman din po kami that the House Prosecution Panel is ready. They are capable, they are competent to try this case before the Senate, before the senator judges, when the trial proceeds forthwith.
Thank you, Tina. Haji Camino from Brigada News.
Attorney Princess, good morning po. In an interview po, si Vice President Sara Duterte confirmed na nag-submit na daw po sila ng budget proposal of 733 million pesos. Mas mataas ng kaunti from the 700 million, dinagdagan na daw po yung sa education. When asked, hindi na daw po sila nag-request ng mas mataas na budget since ang sabi po ni VP, inaasahan na daw po niya na hindi sila pagbibigyan dahil hindi daw po sila kaalyado ng administrasyon. And number 2, sabi po niya, ayaw na daw po niyang napapahiya ang personnel ng OVP. Your comment po dito.
Well, unang-una, maganda na nakikita natin sa statement ni Vice President Sara Duterte na nire-recognize niya ang role ng Kongreso, ng Kamara sa budget process. Magre-request siya sa House of Representatives ng budget. Sana nare-recognize din niya na kasama sa responsibilidad ng Kamara, yung hindi lang yung makapag-request siya, kundi kasama sa responsibilidad ng Kamara, suriin yung paggamit ng pondo na nailaan sa Office of the Vice President at ma-justify din ng Office of the President yung budget na hinihingi nila. We will wait and see kung talagang i-recognize talaga ni Vice President Sara yung budget rule ng House of Representatives at rirespetuhin yung proseso ng pag-aproba ng budget.
Doon po sa mapapahiya lang daw po yung personnel niya.
Wala naman pong pinapahiya ang House of Representatives sa budget process. Kasama sa trabaho ng House yung to scrutinize the use of public funds for the funds allocated to them and funds that they are requesting for. Walang pagpapahiya dito. Ang importante lang, sumagot ng tama, sumagot ng ayon sa mga dokumento na meron para, hindi naman para sa personal na politika, ito ay para sa mamamayang Pilipino na we are accountable to.
Last na lang po, but with all the impeachment proceedings and yung mga nangyayari po, tingin niyo po haharap pa po siya ng personal dito sa House to defend her budget?
Hindi ko po masasagot kung ano po ang gagawin at hindi gagawin ni Vice President Sara. Siya lang po ang makakaalam niyan.
Thank you, Haji. Willie Delgado from Radyo 630 of DCMM.
Good morning po. May na-comply na po ba ang House sa inuutos ng Senate like yung certification na yung niriman dito sa...
Again, I think for information on the impeachment processes, we need to ask the prosecution panel. Particularly, meron din silang separate na spokesperson. But it is of public record that the plenary on the last day of session passed a resolution regarding dun sa certification that the Senate was asking from the House. But kung ito ay na-file na, better to ask the prosecution panel.
Meron kasing naging comment yung spokes ng Senate sa impeachment na kung hindi daw makakakomply yung House, parang mas malapit sa dismissal na lamang yung case ang mangyayari.
Again, hihilingin lang lagi natin sa impeachment court, which is the Senate of the Philippines, na sa lahat ng kanilang desisyon at actions regarding the impeachment trial, dapat ay nasusunod yung alituntunin ng saligang batas. Kung yan ba ay nasa rules nila, hindi ko po yan masasagot, pero naniniwala ako na ang to try and decide yung nakalagay sa saligang batas ay hindi to dismiss the case outright. Kasama dun sa sinasabi ng saligang batas na to try and decide is to receive evidence, to decide based on evidence. So sana yun ang makita natin na mangyari sa impeachment trial na ito.
Alright. May ilang pong mga legal luminaries nagsabi na pwede daw makasuha ng isang judge na mapatunayang sadya nagdi-delay ng process. Sa tingin nyo, saklaw ba nito yung mga senator judges dahil since hukom din naman sila?
Unfortunately, ayokong magbitaw ng opinion na hindi ako eksperto. Nakikinig lang din ako sa mga legal luminaries natin na nagsasabi based on their experience and kanilang research. Kaya nga, bilang tagapagsalita ng House, ang pwede ko lang masabi ay ang hilingin sa senator judges to ensure that they will comply and perform their roles in the impeachment trial as senator judges, to sit as a senator judge, to receive the evidence and decide the case based on the pieces of evidence that will be presented with impartiality, not for political reasons, but for justice and accountability na hinihingi ng mamamayang Pilipino.
In case may plano ba ang House po kaya na prosecution panel na silipin nito?
Hindi ko po masasagot at hindi po ako makakapagsalita para sa prosecution panel tungkol sa issue na yan.
Okay. One last point. Ba't po kaya gumamit pa ng AI si Senator Bato para magsalita for BPSA? Wala ba sila makakuha ang tunay na tao?
Hindi ko rin po masasagot yan dahil hindi naman po ako si Senator Bato to speak for him. Pero marami naman, sabi nga niya, di ba, madami naman din taong bayan siya nakakausap. So, hindi ko alam kung ano yung naging dahilan niya sa pag-share ng mga AI-generated contents for their own narrative.
Linawin ko lang po. Taong bayan, taong bayad. Ano po yun?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Pagkakarinig ko po taong bayad Sorry. Salamat po.
Thank you, Willie. Rosalicos from UNTV. You're recognized.
Hi po, good morning po, attorney. I-clarify ko lang po yung statement niyo po earlier na wala pong kongresista na kasama dun sa stranded sa Israel. Pero nag-release po kasi ang DFA sa media ng statement with numbers na meron pong 2 congressmen party list. So, nilinaw niyo naman po kanina, hindi sila 19, walang kongresista sa 19 Congress. Does this mean po na meron po pero hindi kabilang sa 19?
Ang kaya ko lang po masagot ay yung information na naibigay sa akin na for the 19th Congress, walang members ng 19th Congress na nasa Israel ngayon. Hindi ko alam, wala akong detalye kung meron mang mga miyembro ng dating Congress ang nandoon ngayon, so hindi ko siya masasagot.
Pero you have direct communication with DFA regarding po dito sa issue na.
Hindi ko pa po sila na kakausap na nag-check lang din po ako ng information sa ngayon. So far yun po yung information na meron ako.
Regarding naman po dun sa AI-generated video na posted po ni Senator Bato de la Rosa na tagged as false information ng third-party fact-checkers, are you appealing to the concerned government agencies na papanagutin ang senador dahil po sa pagpopost ng false information?
We need to check kung ano yung mga existing laws that magiging applicable to do that eh. Pero kailangan ba lagi may fear of kakasuhan? Bilang isang public official, hindi ba dapat automatic to sa ating perform ng ating duties na katotohanan ang uunahin, hindi panlilin lang. So, siguro yun muna yung kailangan natin hilingin na sa bawat public official, regardless kung ano yung political affiliation, that we propagate truth, not false information.
Okay po. Third question ko na lang po. Regarding po sa statement po ni Chief Presidential Legal Counsel Juan Ponce Enrile, he believes po na may sentiment dahil po sa gitna ng mga antala sa impeachment proceedings against the Vice President. It seems like the Vice President does not want to face the trial as well as the Senate. The Senate does not want to proceed with the trial dahil nga po sa mga delays. Does the House of Representatives share the same sentiment?
I have high respects for the former Senator Juan Ponce Enrile and current Presidential Legal Counsel, who incidentally is also my former boss and mentor when I was a practicing lawyer at Ponce Enrile, Reyes, and Manalastas Law Offices. I respect his opinion. These are individual opinions of people sa ngayon. We will focus on our role in the impeachment process. As much as we want impartiality from senator judges, we would also want to exercise impartiality in prosecuting and conducting our role in the impeachment trial. So, ang role ng impeachment prosecution panel is to prosecute according to the pieces of evidence that we can present. We are ready to present. And if allowed, and if the trial will proceed, we will be presenting before the court.
Pero ma'am, are you still expecting further delays?
There shouldn't be further delays because the Constitution stated that the trial should proceed forthwith.
Pero hindi po yun yung nangyayari.
Well, sa dulo, sabi nga lagi ni Senator Juan Ponce Enrile, history will judge us according to our actions. And the public will judge us. The public is what? The Filipino public is watching us, and dapat gampanan natin ang ating trabaho ayon sa sinumpaan natin sa mamamayan at sa batas.
Thank you po.
Thank you, Rosalie. Bibian Gulia from ABS-CBN2.
Ma'am, clarification lang din on your statement dito sa mga kongresista na sinabi ng DFA ay stranded sa Israel. So safe to say po ba na there is no congressman under the 19th Congress na stranded sa Israel, and your basis for that information, did we communicate with congressman na posibleng nandun? Kasi sinabi ni SecGen, it is also possible that some House members may have included Israel in their travel itinerary en route to Europe or back to Manila. So posibleng parang may nag-layover, etc.
What I can confirm now is walang members ng 19th Congress ang nasa Israel ngayon. I have no personal knowledge if merong in transit or change their itineraries, but according to the information that I have now, walang members ng 19th Congress ang nasa Israel ngayon.
And then follow up lang dun sa question ni Ate Rose on the statement of former Senator Enrile regarding it. It seems VP Duterte does not want to face impeachment trial. Ano po yung stand niyo? Do you think may involvement po si VP Sara dito sa perceived foot dragging ng Senate Impeachment Court or wala po?
I don't want to speculate on the VP's involvement or non-involvement in anything. Ayoko naman din na magbibigay ako ng ang mga opinion na hindi din base sa clear na mga ebidensya. Nakikita naman natin kung ano ang nangyayari ngayon. Kaya patuloy pa rin ang ating posisyon at we maintain the position ng House of Representatives that ginawa ng House of Representatives ang kanilang tungkulin ayon sa saligang batas dito sa proseso ng impeachment process. If kailangan questionin, meron naman ding proper forum para questionin yan. Pero ngayon, nakita natin na dapat may presumption of regularity ang ating mga ahensya ng gobyerno bilang ang House of Representatives they enjoy that presumption of regularity. Now it is now up to the Senate as an impeachment court to proceed with the trial.
You mentioned proper forum, and there are statements saying that the Senate Impeachment Court may have committed grave abuse of discretion by returning the articles of impeachment to the House of Representatives. Is the House of Representatives at this point considering to raise the matter before the Supreme Court, or it's off the table at the moment?
I cannot answer that. You will have to check with the prosecution panel on the next steps. But the prosecution panel is focused in preparing for the trial itself, in the presentation of evidence of each articles of impeachment. Yun yung focus nila ngayon. So I cannot answer your question.
Thank you po.
Thank you, Bibian. Pamela Vasquez from DZMM.
Good morning, Attorney. Ask ko lang po kasi kanina nag-post po si Speaker Romualdez na nag-pay siya ng visit nga po doon sa HRR employee na si Sir Mori. Ask ko lang po if meron po bang na-extend ng Kamara or office po mismo ni Speaker na financial or legal help po doon sa family.
I will have to check on that. Hindi ko pa na-check kung ano yung mga tulong na naibigay doon sa pamilya. Na alam ko na dumalaw na siya, nakiramay na siya sa pamilya. Alam ko na hiniling na ni Speaker Martin sa mga authorities to ensure na talaga maimbestigahan at mabigyan ng hustisya ang pamilya as soon as possible. Pero dun sa and I think may statement na rin naman na binigay si Speaker, which Oo, na tungkol sa insidenteng ito. Pero on the actual assistance na naibigay, hindi ko pa siya masasagot. We will provide you the information as soon as we have it. Thank you, sorry.
Thank you, Pam. Okay, we will entertain phone-in questions from Kenneth Basilio of Business World. With the impeachment trial of the Vice President expected to begin in late July, it is likely to coincide with the submission of the proposed national budget and start of the budget's deliberations. First question, ma'am. Is the House concerned that the Vice President Duterte's impeachment trial could affect the Congress budget deliberations should the proceedings be swiftly performed?
Magkahiwalay po na role ng House of Representatives ang impeachment at ang budget process. Meron tayong prosecution panel for the impeachment trial, and then the rest of the members of the House of Representatives would be able to conduct the hearings for the 2026 general appropriations. So tingin ko hindi naman yan magiging problema.
You. Second question, what are the possible consequences if the impeachment trial delays the national budget's deliberations? Should the proceedings be swiftly held to prevent disruptions in the budget process?
Pakiulit po, ano yung bibilisan, yung impeachment para hindi makagulo sa budget?
Anong consequences sa deliberations sa national budget kung there will be further delays in the impeachment proceedings?
Well, ang consequence
and other options, ma'am, to avoid disruptions daw sa process sa House.
Ang consequence ng delay ng impeachment trial ay hindi lang siya makakaapekto sa budget, makakaapekto siya sa mamamayan. Gusto natin na maging matapos ang mga issues tungkol na napapalibot kay Vice President Sara, tapusin natin ang trial. Magkaroon na ng trial, mapresente yung mga ebidensya para makapagdesisyon ang ating mga senator judges na inaasahan natin na magdidesisyon sila ayon sa kanilang konsensya dun sa mga ebidensyang nailatag. Kung ano man ang magiging epekto nito sa budget process, tingin ko hindi dapat. Dahil hiwalay ito na trabaho ng House of Representatives. Dahil sigurado kami, ang House of Representatives, kayang-kaya nila, kayang-kaya namin, tugunan yung trabaho na obligado kaming gawin ayon sa batas.
Thank you, ma'am. Willie Delgado from DZMM.
Napansin ko po dun sa powerhouse lawyers ni Vice President Sara, nandun yung si Monsayak. Wala ho ba magiging conflict doon? Samantalang parang nakasama si Monsayak doon sa mga inimbestigahan dati, doon sa mga kinukusyong confidential funds.
Sila po ang makakasagot doon. Hindi ko po yan masasagot sa ngayon.